Photos and the importance of photos. Memories, stamping of time that a photo can have. I've mentioned before that I modeled when I was younger, and I've come to realize that what I enjoyed most about the modeling experience was the experience itself, not necessarily the photos. Although I do seem to be drawn to little things, specific things. And in the photos that mostly I had taken, very creative photos, but there was just a beauty in an angle, the way the arm fell, the hand fell, the smile in the eyes, or just the experience in itself. Going downtown in Chicago and taking photos and being from a very small town, that was a huge thing. And just being amazed by the fact that I just wonder, is this really true? Is this me? Am I really here doing this? And the photos of being taken by the subway and not knowing that environment very well, to holding a cigarette that obviously I don't smoke, to just the makeup being put on, the smells, the heat, the sense of danger that you might feel on a photo shoot, or the sand if you were by the water, the hot sand that you would have to put your body on, to the piece of metal that you're sitting on so you can get a photo because it looks really good in the photo. And we don't always look at those things, but they can sometimes be very painful. But the memory and the beauty of the photos that came out. Some of the best photographers that I had were art students taking the photos for their portfolio, and just the fun that we had with it. Just being a molding tool for the photo itself. Just being the subject of something that came from somebody's ideas was beautiful. And I look at those photos and you know, I laugh at some of them. I laugh at and remember how self-conscious I was. I remember how scared I felt at times, and I remember just thinking to myself, this can't be. This can't really be reality because I'm just this small town nobody, and I get to do this. My photos and my love affair with photos has expanded because you go through the photos of you simply holding a baby and the beauty of the mother gazing into the eyes of the child, to feeding the child, to the child's first smile. I can't tell you how many videotapes I have of just my first child taking a little side smile and thinking, oh, she loves me so much because she's smiling for me. And thinking about the whole idea of birthday parties and the surprise on their looks, to our grandparents, and don't take a photo of me, I don't like the way I look. But those wrinkles have a purpose in their life, and we don't always value that purpose, but there's so much beauty in it. The wrinkles tell a story of a past, hardships, laughter, happiness, to trauma, and they all come together into this beautiful tapestry called Grandma. To simple things like the fresh, perfect skin of a newborn baby, and just the hope that comes from holding and looking into the eyes of that baby, to the hands, to the contrast of a hand of a grandma to a baby to the beautiful sunsets in Africa, to the children who just have so many hopes and dreams that they may never get realized, to goofy connections with people that are of different cultures than you, to reaching out to your groups of friends or students that you led once in the goofy ways that you connected. And then your child and the beautiful photo that was captured at the moment that was so special. To the memories of a child that you no longer have, and there will not be any more photos. We have an aversion to taking photos, and I think it's because so often we look at it and we say, well, it's very prideful to look at yourself. Why take photos? I'm never taking a photo, and selfies are bad and whatnot. Okay, that may be true if it's an excess, but when you begin to get older, you look and those photos may be the only tie to you that you have to a person that you love dearly. It could be that photo is one day just evidence to you that you lived a life, a full life. And we shouldn't be such haters of photos. And as our kids get older, they're like, oh, I don't want to take another photo. Mom, could you stop with the photos? Could they be natural photos? And yes, those are actually more beautiful in many ways. But a photo challenges us to look closer and deeper. It's kind of like opening a book and seeing the pictures of a storybook. And you look at the photos and you get closer and you see the details, and it's your story of your life. The book of your life could be only in those albums. Words are important. To put down the story of your life will one day be important to your children. And we so often look at it and say, well, my life wasn't that exciting. Why would I want to document it? But it does have a history, and we don't always appreciate it until we lose something special to us. This month, the month of April, is 3 of my children's birthdays. And one of them I only got to celebrate 5 years with. And yet, those 5 years are documented in the photo. Other photos of daughter graduating, getting her master's, to adventures with the other daughter in California, because that's where she lives, and going to vineyards and laughing and having a good time. And just that one photo snapped of a laugh, of people together and the mountains behind, to El Paso, Texas, where you have these beautiful rugged mountains and these beautiful sunsets that come at night. And you have wonderful people, the contrast of cultures and you being able to just be there and see that. Photos to us are of usually of us and everything that surrounds us in our lifetime. But imagine what God's photos look like. And imagine how He sees them. Oh, there, that's my child. Look how adorable they are. In this video that I'm doing right now are photos behind me. This one being the most important because it has all of my kids, which never could have happened in the real world. It was my daughter taking a photo and putting my son in it, who could never be in that photo because he is now no longer with us. And then the other one was adopted after his death. So take photos, people. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy a a lifetime that is represented by that photo album.